able to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, put food on the table for their children, educate their children. Wages have remained stagnant since the 1970s. Women don't have a choice as to whether or not they can work or whether or not they should just focus on raising children.
Yes, they do. Because guess what? Not every woman in the U.S. live in California. So apparently we have a clip here of Ana Kasparian from the start where it led to her journey of becoming independent, where she's debating Dennis Prager from Prager and everything. And we see here that Ana Kasparian and Dennis are debating on various topics and different thoughts and everything. And Ana Kasparian seems to be, doing this as possibly a start to welcoming in opposing thoughts on her journey becoming independent. So here's a clip with Ana Kasparian and Dennis Prager debating each other, yada, yada, yada. If you enjoyed what I shared in this video, go ahead, smash the like button and share the video far wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already, enjoyed all the content that I put on this channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Click bell notifications so that way you know notified of future uploads and updates. Now, let's get into this debate with Ana Kasparian and Dennis Prager in this not surprising journey to Ana Kasparian becoming an independent.
Just the female sign, the circle and
wait,
the arrow.
I heart women on a woman's computer?
Yes.
All of this is proof to me that women need men. These women are manless. They may have hookups, but they're manless. And they might have been fatherless too. Ending with my generation, I would say ending with the baby boomers, but certainly through then, a young woman thought a lot about, do I have a boyfriend? Mm-hmm. What will my wedding be like? What will I wear? Who will be there? Who will the guy be? That I believe is healthy and normal for a young woman. Mm-hmm. It's a good thing. That has been knocked out by the feminist left. And if you think about it, you're a weak female.
So fascinating statements there. You seem to believe that women who love themselves, who love women, who feel confident about being women, tend to be manless and lonely. Do you genuinely think that? Do you think I'm manless and lonely? I think women rock.
I said that in general, women need men, and I've said 1,000 times that in general, men need women. The fact that that's controversial is a statement about what's happened to our culture.
But you got triggered by a story about women who have laptop stickers that just say positive things about women. Your mind immediately went to, they might have daddy issues and they're lonely, they need men. I want to understand your thinking. Like, okay, how do you get to that conclusion?
It's if you had a heterosexual man, with 97% of men are heterosexual, with a sticker, I love men, you would wonder why. Why don't men have stickers, I love men, but you think it's perfectly normal and a non-issue that women would have stickers, I love women? What is the point of saying that? It is worthy of a question. And I don't think that 50 years ago, this would have been obviously a common sentiment. I don't understand why women would need to announce I love women if they're not a gay woman. You tell me, I'm curious. What does that signify?
Well, I mean, listen, as an individual who values free speech and freedom of expression, I think that women and men can have whatever laptop stickers they want. And the reason why there is a difference between men and women in regard to those laptop stickers is because, I mean, when you really think about it, women didn't have the right to vote for a very long time. Women didn't even have the ability to apply for a credit card until the 1970s. There have been equality issues when it comes to men and women. Now, we're getting a lot better, that's for sure. But first of all, I don't agree that women have laptop stickers that just simply say, I love women. It's probably some sort of empowering statement for women, but that doesn't translate to, oh, I'm a lonely, manless person, and I should go back to the good old days when women sat around thinking about whether or not they're gonna find a husband and get married. You seem to push your values and your views on relationships onto other people.
Okay, this is stupid right here. First and foremost, if a man were to go ahead and have stickers on his laptop that says "I love men," we're going to assume one or two things. Either, he's part of the Google community, or they're going to assume that he is just a misogynist and stuff. And the fact of the matter is, this is hypocritical because of the fact that if a woman has "I love women," "I heart women" stickers on her laptop and everything, people find that as socially acceptable and stuff. He's got some good points, but I wanted him to drive the argument home, like hard on her.
And what I'm trying to get you to understand is, rather than making generalizations about what's best for women, maybe allow people to live their lives as they see fit, have a belief system as they see fit. Okay. Why do you feel the need to force your beliefs onto other people? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, okay, I don't understand the word force.
I mean,
the fact that you think that if I offer my opinion, I'm forcing people to adopt it is a bit odd.
You don't believe that America should be secular, so what does that mean?
Wait. Let me finish that point.
Sure, go ahead.
I believe that I have the right, as you do, to offer people thoughts on what might be a better and happier life for them. I've written a book on happiness, which has touched a lot of lives if one wants to read the reviews on Amazon. I believe, again, that in general, of course, every generalization has exceptions. Most women will have a better and happier life with a good man, and most men will have a happier and better life with a good woman. I don't know why that is controversial to state. All I know is that having adopted the view that career is more important than marriage has led to more depressed women than anything that preceded it. There are more young women today depressed than at any time in American history. This is in the New York Times. This is not from a right-wing source. I think feminism has made women more miserable than happy.
So I'm going to address that in just a second, but I want to address what you said prior to that very quickly. So listen, I don't have a problem with someone saying women are likely to be happier in life if they find a partner to share their life with. I don't think that that's a controversial statement. What is controversial is you seeming to imply that feeling confident or supportive toward women and being happy, single or in a relationship, that it's mutually exclusive. Like, you can't be supportive of women and have a happy life. Like, the weird connection that you tried to make there makes no sense. What was the final thing that you said?
I was speaking about the depression among women in today's time.
That's a great point. And you know what, that's right. There's actually increasing rates of depression and anxiety among men and women. I think that's important to point out. And you are concluding that it's because of, I guess, the breakdown of the traditional family, is that people who remain single.
I think that the belief that many young women have that if they find a man, that's a great thing, but the thing that will really bring them joy in life is career, has misled massive numbers of women into a less happy life. Career is not as terrific as the feminists portrayed it as being. The joy available for most women with a good husband and making a family is incomparably more than from a career.
I mean, that's true, and I'm not sure if women like Ana Kasparian will like that, because of the fact of the matter is that, there's a lot of women out there with a liberal bias and stuff who may assume that, women shouldn't have traditional roles at all. I mean, they'll say that, they can have a traditional role in a marriage relationship if they want to, but at the same time, they don't really feel that or believe that way. And I'm pretty sure Ana Kasparian definitely is on the opposing viewpoint with that, because as you all know, Ana Kasparian is with someone and stuff, and seems like he could be a good guy. I don't know who the dude is, and quite frankly, I don't care. But the fact of the matter is that Ana Kasparian is now seeing a growing number of women out there that's decided to go ahead and go back to the traditional roles. Now, there's like a lot of women out there who have jobs, who are single and everything, but at the same time, they want to have a man. They want to be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home wife and everything because they're sick and tired of working. But this is what you get. I mean, do you, boo? I mean, you want equality? Here it is. You just don't like it.
Have you considered some of the economic issues within this country that don't really give women a choice as to whether or not they should focus on a career?
That's a very real issue. I fully acknowledge that. That if you don't have a career to fall back on and there's a divorce, that you're entirely right. That is not the same thing as saying career is going to give you a great deal of meaning and happiness like a marriage will. You're entirely right. Economically speaking, there is value in having a fallback career. I fully acknowledge that.
But I'm going further than that, because the idea that a family can live in a single income household today is laughable. That is incredibly difficult to do. And so while
it may seem difficult, but there's a lot of people out there who are making it work. That's something that Ana Kasparian doesn't quite seem to understand, and I hope she changed that viewpoint later on now. And the fact that Ana Kasparian doesn't think that way shows, just where her mindset is. And Ana Kasparian, hopefully she knows better by now.
Right wing and you yourself seem to have this idea that, well, women should focus on marriage. They should focus on building a family. First of all, you can't force anyone to do that, right? But let's say you want to encourage women to focus on that. You want to give them the choice, but you want to encourage them. A great way to encourage them is to create an economic system in which people feel comfortable knowing that they can survive on a single income household. I'm talking about when they're married, okay? Both individuals in a marriage have to work in order to be able to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, put food on the table for their children, educate their children. Wages have remained stagnant since the 1970s. Women don't have a choice as to whether or not they can work or whether or not they should just focus on raising children.
Yes, they do. Because guess what? Not every woman in the US live in California. There's women who are in southeastern states and stuff who are housewives and everything, while their husbands are the breadwinner. Some of the husbands are making $30,000 a year, and the women are the same home moms with kids, and they can make it work. It's called living within your means for starters. And also, it seems like, backward thinking, but guess what? If you think about it, it's really not. Now, the one thing that she also has to consider is that all of this is the fault of the current administration, because of the fact of the matter is when everything was under the previous administration of Trump, it was, basically easier and people were taking home more money because state taxes in many places were actually gone.
Don't have the choice. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right, and we differ on that because the reason that many women, not all, but perhaps most even, are working is not just economic, especially certainly in the upper class, upper middle class, and even part of the middle class. It is because they believe that their self-worth derives more from work than it does from family. If a girl got up in a high school or college class, let's say a professor or a teacher said, so women, to the extent that they can now say that, because you can't say boys and girls in many elementary schools, because we're told by your side that sex is not binary. But let's say they say, we'd like the women in this class, please stand up and tell us what your vision for your life is. If a girl got up in a college class and said, to be honest, my greatest hope in life is for a good marriage and to make a family, she would be regarded as almost a freak.
Would she? What is that based on?
Yes,
what evidence do you have to back that up?
I live in the real world.
So do I.
Okay, and you believe that if a girl got up and said that, she would be regarded with the same respect as the girl who said, I'd like to be a physicist?
I believe that most normal people are too busy thinking about how they need to survive and are less concerned about the aspirations of individuals in their classroom.
I'm so glad this is not the Ana Kasparian we see today. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below in this Ana Kasparian and Dennis Prager debate. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you might have with this particular topic. If you enjoyed what I shared in this video, go ahead, smash the like button, share the video for all our social media. And if you haven't done so already and enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.